everybody's doing okay today. Everybody that comes across this video, I hope you'll have a blessed day, blessed time. Trying to build this channel up. Pretty sure a couple months, and it'll be pretty big, I hope, when I get the message out. New petition starting in a couple days. Of course, the petition itself is pretty much the same, except it's to new members of Congress and President, of course. And it's to free all cannabis prisoners, federal and state, mainly federal, and to release all cannabis prisoners. You know, nobody belongs in jail for weed, and it actually shouldn't be a federal crime. They got to get it out of the Class 1 narcotic. Make it legal across the nation. If a state don't want it, or a city or a county don't want it, that's fine. Make it like alcohol is to them, you know, a dry county or something. But you can't take it away from the rest of the world, and they punished enough people as it was over a lie about cannabis. So, you know, it's really wild. Well, while I'm waiting to see if there's people going to join, and I'm sure I'll get a couple people that watch this later. I usually do, because they're working stuff. I'll tell you, one of my first accomplishments on the way out happened in the first, I'm pretty sure, yeah, absolutely sure it's the first year out. And I went through South Dakota. And I was actually going to go to the Sturgis rally, but the person running that town wanted to charge me $1,000 just to be parked on the street and let people sign the petition. And I thought that was kind of ridiculous, so I sat down in Rapid City, South Dakota, at the park. And I ended up meeting another gentleman named J.T. Thompson, really cool, his wife and all, and their nephew and stuff. Did some work, things with the nephew. Anyhow, got thrown off on the story there already. Hey, how y'all doing? I got thrown off when I noticed that there's a couple people coming in. Oh yeah, Founders Park was the name of the park. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? And so I sat at Founders Park during the Sturgis rally. Because I couldn't go up to the Sturgis, but I could go over and set it in Founders Park. And I don't know, it was probably the 4th or 5th day that I'd been back to Founders Park, that a young lady, Rosdan Meeks, comes up and shakes my hand and said that she needed to come meet me, that some of her friends said that she needed to come meet me. And I didn't know nothing about her, and I didn't know what Don's Meeks was or nothing. Of course, that was her name. But I didn't know anything at the time. Like I say, this was my first year out. I was still stupid on cannabis. I mean, I knew it shouldn't be illegal. I knew quite a bit about cannabis, but really, I was still kind of dumb about it. Well, anyhow, she says, "You don't know who I am, do you?" And I'm like, "No, ma'am, I don't." And she says, "Well, I'm Rosdan Meeks." And I'm like, "Okay, how you doing, Miss Meeks?" They call me 420 Jim. And she proceeded to explain to me who she was. And she had a book called The Emperor Wears No Clothes. And Jack Herer had, not just signed it, but wrote like a whole complete page dedicated to her and whatnot. She's very, 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 very much in with the Rastafarians and stuff. Getting back to the story, she tells me her story. If you was to look up right now, the United States government, not Texas, not Florida, not United States government versus Meeks, M-E-E-K-S, you will find their case, Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. She was the first person ever granted a testimony in front of a jury for the use of cannabis under religious rights. And that was such a great honor and everything, just to meet her. Well, not only did I get to meet her, she was my co-host when we pulled the permit to hold the very first cannabis event at Mount Rushmore. Now, weather screwed us up real bad and whatnot, but we still pulled the first permit. We showed up at Mount Rushmore, and we tried to move everything inside downtown Keystone. But like I say, weather was really against us that year. But we did everything we could to try and hold a good event and a big event. But, we were there. You can't first force people to come. But that's just one of the wonderful things that's happened along my way in the journey. Now, 2 years ago, really cool, I met Afro Man, and I made him a t-shirt. I met him in Topeka, Kansas. That was pretty cool. But there's been just so many things along the way that's happened. The last year that Obama was in office, I did a march on Washington, D.C. I pulled a permit and did a march from Pershing Park to the monument. I'm just a nobody. How many people can say that they went up, whether it's a cannabis event or not? How many people have went to Mount Rushmore and got their amphitheater for the day? You know what I mean? I literally had Mount Rushmore Amphitheater, which is the bottom, that's the first time I ever seen Mount Rushmore, was when I went out there and filed for the permits and all. And of course you got the face and everything up there. But at the bottom of Mount Rushmore, they hold concerts and call all kinds of events and stuff there in the amphitheater. And I had legally got the permit to hold a cannabis event there at the Mount Rushmore. And I'd never done anything like that in my life before, you know what I mean? I just figured out how to pull the permits and stuff. And it didn't cost me anything to pull the permits or nothing. I done it all on myself. Same thing next year when I went to Washington, D.C. I pulled a permit to hold an event at the park and a march. And I had Pershing Park. That was the one that I picked that was available when I wanted to do the event. And it was just right beside the Capitol. And we were supposed to do like a quarter mile down that street. I forget the name of it. It's right there at Pershing Park in the Capitol. And then make a right-hand turn and go down Constitution, I think it is, for a half mile towards the monument. And we was going to end at the monument. So anyhow, they assigned the motorcycles for the march and everything. And I pulled them permits and everything to do that march in Washington, D.C. and have that park. You know what it cost me? $0. It didn't cost me 1 penny not to have the march and to have the park for the day. Well, I got to correct that. It cost me. It cost me in parking. I had to pay about $80 in parking for the cannabis because I still had to pay for my meters. But the permits and the use of the park and all that, I got all them fees waived. It's kind of funny. We're here going, looking for president again here in a couple days. And when I first started this journey back in 2014, now Clinton and the other ones running against Trump back then, they never invited me to one of their rallies or nothing. Nobody did. Or I would have went. But I was invited to the Trump rally down at the Suck Bang Blow bar in Murrells Inlet. And oh yeah, I got videos and stuff from back then. The year before Trump went in office, I was down there, the Bikers for Trump at Suck Bang Blow, their event. Yeah, the cannabis was down there. I was down there for a whole week. But when the news cameras come around, because this was before Florida had pot legal or near legal or nothing. You know, we're talking about before Trump got his first term. I actually did a video about how the news cameras were there and all, and they deliberately left the vehicle out of sight of the cameras. They weren't about to turn the camera anywhere near where anybody could see the vehicle at that time. Give me one sec. Well, I'm so glad I had people stopping in today. You know what? There's no one else other than Trump to vote for, if you ask me, honestly. I'm fed up with the last 4 years that we've had. And I heard Kamala, you know, I listen to everybody. You know, they're all bad in their own ways and whatnot. But Kamala said that she didn't see nothing wrong with the policies in the last 4 years. That's a sign of a psychopath to me. And I don't want that person running the country. So therefore, yeah. If the only two we can vote, one is Trump and one is Kamala, oh, definitely Trump. Definitely Trump. Anyhow, I'm going to show you all the cannabis here one last time before we get to paint. I'm going to be painting on it next week and stuff, I hope. I'm going to do a whole new paint job on it. I had the prisoner on the side, and it said, you know, free the cannabis prisoners and all that stuff and whatnot. All that's coming off. I'm still doing the petition for that. But I'll be doing videos as this all changes. You know, I'd have people walk up and not even understand what that meant. To me, that looks like a guy behind jail bars, but a lot of people didn't get that. So maybe if I make that smaller and do other things. Now the crosses, of course, the crosses will go back on. This one I use the word marijuana. It says marijuana heals. And the red one is alcohol kills. And the green one is cannabis, the true word. Cannabis heals. Then Exodus 1:29 and Genesis 1:29. If you look in the Hebrew Bible, Exodus 30:23, it tells you that cannabis was in the anointing oil. Look at our weather. We should not be smoking anything in our lungs. Vapes, tobacco, pipes, pot, anything. No, that's our temple, you know. I do, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I do. But should we? No. Okay? But everybody on the planet should be eating cannabis. We have cannabinoid receptors in our bodies. Prior to the 1930s, everybody consumed cannabis pretty much. Well, we did. If you ate the animals, you did, because the animals had cannabis, you know? So everybody pretty much ate cannabis back then, and we didn't have cancers and diseases. You know, the human body produces the same exact THC that's in that plant. And when a lady has breast milk, her natural, now I'm talking about natural, her natural levels are 8 times higher than any other time in her life. Can we guess why? Let me tell you why. What do you think gives pain relief and hunger to the fetus as it grows up in the womb? Of course, they don't want you to know that. You know? Oh, it's the devil's lettuce. No, the devil's lettuce has always been money. Period. You know, they say money can't buy happiness. Well, that's not quite true. Because nowadays, in some states, I can go buy an ounce of pot, and that buys me a lot of happiness. But money's always been the devil's lettuce, not cannabis. And so, if the good Lord gives me my vision back, and I get a little bit help paying for the paint and stuff, we're only talking, you know, the vinyl, the paint, and everything I want to do is less than $300. If I can get some help up, getting the funds up, and material should be coming right along. Anybody that'd like to help with funds, I do have a Cash App. If you hit me up, send me a message or something. I do a lot of posting on Facebook. That's where I've been for 10 years now, is on Facebook. But this year I'm going to do a lot of it on YouTube and stuff now that I can go live, and I want to bring it back. TikTok don't like me. TikTok throws me off. TikTok does not like me. As soon as I show the vehicle or my hat, they give me a strike. I can play a news story. I can play a news story from a television news station like Texas or something where it's not legal, and they will give me a violation and take that video off because and I just don't understand that. But it's okay. But brand new petition this year, brand new paint job, and brand new name. It will not be Cannabus. It used to be Cannabus. And then it was the Cannabis. Well, that was the first one, the one it burnt in 2017. When I got this one, it was the Cannabis 2. Just had a 2 on it. Now, if you look on my videos just prior, the last couple of years, it was the Cannabis 2.4. And that's because I had given it to a veteran. I was going to retire. And we lost the place where we were staying. Someone bought it out from under us and they wouldn't rent it. And my friend gave the motorhome back and told me to get back on the road, so I did. Now I'm off the road because I have detached retina. I hope it's not detached no more because I've had 2 surgeries on it. First time they put a gas bubble in my eye. And I was like that for about 5 weeks. And on about the 5th week, it detached again. So that didn't work. They put me back in surgery. I guess they took the eyeball out because they put a rubber band around it, basically, and put a silicone oil in it after they repaired it. And that's what I'm living with in my right eye right now. Now, I go to the doctor Wednesday, so if you want to find out, Wednesday, I'll do a live 420, good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. And I'll let you know what the doctor says. Hopefully he schedules me for my next surgery, where they take the eyeball back out, take the rubber band off, and rinse the fluid out. And after that, if everything goes all right, I'll get cataract surgery for both eyes. And March, I hope to have this back out on the road in March. New paint job, new name, new mission. Brother, it's a little chilly out here now. I'm going to go inside. Oh, well, one last thing. Here, I'll show off some. All these signatures, they fade off after about a year. But I don't know. Let me film some of them. Maybe somebody will recognize some. I had Afro Man tag it a couple years ago. But of course, they all fade off. And I feel bad painting over them, but this thing's had so many signatures on it you wouldn't believe. And guess what? I will let people tag the brand new paint job when I get on the road. Yes, I will. That's what I plan to do anyway. Oh, shucks. Gotta throw some water in this over here. I almost forgot that I had something on the stove. Hang on one sec. I didn't forget. I was just getting low on water. For the people that don't really know me or new to me or whatever, I have 2 fur babies. Jack, he's going on 14. He's been with me since day 1 of the mission. Huh, Jack? And this is the old boy there, huh? Say hi, Jack. He's the old grumpy one. Now, I got him a girlfriend. Oh, now he's going to come over and be all lovey love. I got him a girlfriend 2 years ago. And this is his girlfriend. And she's 3 years old. Jack's the grumpy one. Lilu's the lover. So when I tell people, good evening, whatever, I say love from Jack and Lilu, now you know who Jack and Lilu are, in case you didn't know. And me, nobody special. I've been on the road 10 years fighting in something that I believe in, trying to help others. First year out, I was asked by a bunch of veterans at a veterans event to be their voice, and I took that very seriously. And I promised them, that until we got it done, as long as I could, I would. Here I am. I did come off the road to get my eyes done and stuff, but I'm going back out as soon as my eyes are fixed. And hopefully, I won't have to be back out more than a year or 2. I'd like to come back here to Arizona and be with my family. But case in point, I run and do all this off of my retirement, which I don't get much retirement. Not nowhere near enough to run a mission or anything like this. I do everything as cheap as I can. A couple quesadillas, a tortilla, a little bit of cheese on it, a little rotel. That's a meal for me. I don't fancy cup. I'll just cut the bottom out of the 2-liter. I get people, to make fun of it here and there on the internet, that we all cut up about it, Why buy throwaway cups and stuff? And you really don't want to. Me personally, I'm a single person and whatnot. And usually when I'm on the road, I don't have dishes, you want to wash and carry water and all that. So these, I'll use. And if I lose it or whatever, no big loss. So thrifty, what can I say? Well, whoever put on there earlier the vote Trump, I sure hope whoever goes in office, it gets better. I hope good Lord puts the right person in, and I have every faith in the world. I have every faith in the world that the Father above is going to put the right person in. And I'll be able to get back on the road. I want to spread the petition. I want to get people to sign the petition. Help me get these prisoners free and stuff. And also want to tell people about what's happened to me over the last 10 years. Because this mission will be dedicated to everyone needs a little Jesus. And we all do. We all need a little Jesus. And as long as I have these on hand, which I got to depend on people giving me donations so I can order them and get them. As long as I have these on hand, I plan on giving them to everyone I meet across the journey that would like to have a little Jesus. Now, to ride on the motorhome, I will ask people for a donation. Penny, nickel, dime, dollar, hug, roach in a legal state, whatever. I've always done that. Any donation, I let people tag the motorhome. That's how I keep it on the road, because like I say, my lousy $1,000 a month that I almost get, it don't, yeah. But anyhow, You see me out there after March, come by, say hi, scan the QR, sign the petition. If you don't get to see me, you'll still be able to support the petition because it'll be shared. You can sign it online. There'll be QRs shared and all. That'll be coming out in a couple of days. If we meet, if you're anywhere close to me, come by and get a little Jesus. And if you want to hear some stories or anything or whatnot, you're more than welcome. Come by and chat. Hey, hey, hey. Put my glasses on. I see someone join again. So hi there. Hi, Rosin. How you doing? Oh. I can't wait till these build up and, I can get people to ask questions and stuff like that back and forth. Because that's a lot better than sitting here thinking I'm talking to myself and all. I do a Facebook. If you'd like to catch me on Facebook, and you can actually go back a couple of years on this Facebook account. But there's been a couple of times since I started this that they took them accounts away. Like the first 3 years out, I think it was, maybe for at least 3, I was known as Jack A. Chapoo, and that's my dog. And because somebody didn't like that, they reported it, and they eventually took my account away because I couldn't prove that I was Jack A. Chapoo. And what was really shitty about that is when I became 420 Jim, legally, my name became 420 Jim in July of 2019. It was in 23 or 4, the end of 23 or the beginning of 24, before I got Mark on Facebook to change my name. He would not put my legal name, said it violated their community standards. And finally, I got a hold of the right person, I guess, and told him I'll sue you like I did Walmart. And you better check with Walmart. I won when I sued them, which I did, if you don't change my name. And it wasn't 10 minutes later. Boop. My legal name came up on Facebook again. So I was really happy about that one, Now, to me, it's no big thing. I've been known as 420 Jim since 2019 legally. It's on my license, my Social Security, everything. But still, every time I hand it to a cop or something, it's funny. I gave it to, I tried to ask and reach out for help through the elderly abuse, because I've got a couple people that are trying to do mental abuse against me. And, come on, after 4 years, anybody's got to say that's pushing mental abuse, criminal abuse, all kind of abuse. But I can't get anybody. And we know who it is and everything. 2 of them that was doing it, they both quit a few months ago and apologized and stuff and even agree it was criminal and whatnot. But I figured I'd go to the elderly abuse with it. Well, don't take your problems like that to elderly abuse, because they just blow you off. They weren't even nice or kind to me when I tried to contact them. So I'm going to try and go through a couple other venues because it's plain wrong. It just is. Both people that are still doing it, the main people, the third kid, I don't know what his problem is. He couldn't tell you truthfully I've done anything right, wrong, or anything to him, because I don't even know who the Aaron Jones is. Just somebody that wants attention, I guess. But Scott Winslow Albert, he's a special one. He's a veteran. I promised the vets that I'd be their voice. But I didn't be promised to be kicked over and disrespected and stomped on and stuff because someone's a vet. And this vet thinks he can do that to me, and he's done nothing but lie. He's upset other veterans and stuff, and he bears false witness. Man, he's bad. He's bad, real bad. And anyhow, he's from Indiana, and he started everything. Then he got to set back for a few years because a trucker imitated him. His name was Bryson. Okay. Well, I thought Bryson was him, and nobody ever corrected me, and he kept, pretending to be him. But nevertheless, Bryson is one of the ones that fessed up, apologized, made an apology to my Facebook followers and stuff. But then we have Steve Sprague, Rochester, New Hampshire. His only excuse is trying to hide the type person he is and what he's done. That's why I think it's important. If you know something about someone, let them know. I mean, just let them know, and it's up to them to decide, and keep an eye out or whatnot. But I can show you videos and videos and videos. This guy even made videos saying to help me. It was back when I was at Awesome Possum putting an engine in the RV. And he put videos all over TikTok and stuff. What a great guy I was. What a wonderful, great mission I had. And gee, would I please come visit him and this, that, and the other? And I did. Now, had I known that, he was the type person he was, no, I would not have. I would not have. But, nobody warned me. You'll see for months, just what a great guy he was and how he's pushing it right on, pushing the mission. And that's great when you get supporters behind you like that. So I went all the way up there, spent a week outside his house in the RV. We had the cops called a couple. Everything was cool. I went to a couple events. I actually went up to Snarks, Maine for a few days, a concert, and come back. Everything was wonderful. Everything was wonderful when I left. But about a month down the road, we were getting together, some people in Ohio, to have a grill and chill with 420 Jim. Half dozen or so personal friends at a cookout on the Ohio River, And he was supposed to come. He wanted to come. He told us how he wanted to come, but he couldn't. And one of my friends, Jessica, which, I've got her name, her contact, all this can be proven. She sent him $400 to come. Long story short, he didn't come. He didn't give her money back. When she asked him for it, he blew up. Then he contacted me about it. And I'm like, dude, you're in the wrong, Yeah, no matter, you should give her money back, And he made fake accounts and pretended, just like the other guys did, pretended, that he was still my friend and this, that, and the other. And then he made this Stan Stanley account or whatever, terrorizing me and stuff. Well, he got a lady in Topeka, Kansas upset at me thinking that I hurt my dog. Telling him, and to this day he says I'm a animal abuser. They said I'm a child abuser. I mean, they've said all kinds of things. This lady was really, really upset at me, and I could show you videos that'll give you nightmares. Yeah, I'm watching you and stuff. Well, she's the second person that got a hold of me a couple months ago and said, man, I'm sorry about doing that to you. I didn't know that what they're doing was all lies and stuff. So you'll probably see that go along, and that's why I mentioned that during this live for those that might watch this and not know. That's what my trolls are about, and it's okay, God bless them. I wish they would give their hearts to the Lord and come back to the right side. But we're in a backwards world right now, man. We're in an upside-down backwards world. Good's bad, bad's good. They're out bearing false witness against me for what? All that's going to do is hurt their soul. It's not going to hurt me whatsoever. Me, I'm good. I'm not going to bear false witness against nobody because my soul's not worth that. Well, it's probably about time for me to get out of here unless anybody's got any questions, comments, concerns, anything they'd like to add in. It shows, yep. I never know if there's a person in here or not because Facebook will flat out lie to you with their counter and to tell you there are no people in there. And you go to your audience and there'll be 8. but they're good for that. Well, anyhow, my friends and followers, and all I ask, please give me a chance. Please follow along. It is a very important mission coming up, my friends. Important enough, this is going to be the 11th year that I put my life and heart and soul into it. Help me make it my last year. They have been saying for 11 years that they were going to declassify cannabis. They haven't. And there can only be one reason. Only one reason. People used to say it was because of the medical. It ain't the medical. They're selling it as medical marijuana. It's not that. It's what nobody thinks about. It's gun control. It's absolutely can be used for gun control any day at any time. Remember, there was a Biden that just got arrested and whatnot for what? Yeah, a class 2 narcotic and a firearm, let alone a class 1 narcotic. So there's that. Well, my friends, please come by and check me out at Facebook at 7 p.m. I'm there. If you want to look me up, just type in my legal name, FOURTWENTYJIM. And I'll be here tomorrow. Good Lord willing, the creek don't rise, right here on YouTube. Thank you so much, and y'all have a wonderful and blessed evening. Remember, peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream. United we stand. If we try, we can all get along. Jack, Lilu, and I, all three love you, and Jesus loves you. Good night, y'all.